Hey everybody, so you've seen some of the pictures, so I thought I'd come on just for a few quick seconds and come on and just talk about the hair color and how I achieved it, what I used, all that good stuff. Now first I'll start off by saying I definitely do not suggest anybody do anything as unpredictable, I'll say unpredictable as color with your hair until you've had experience with it or you're at a level that you're comfortable with it or with your hair as it is. Meaning if you suffer any damage, anything like that, it's not a huge loss. You've met your goals. You know, it's just not a huge loss to you, because I can tell you that I've seen, you know, people do different things to their hair, and yes, damage occurs and it hurts. It hurts because you work so hard to get your hair to a certain point, and I know that a lot of people want so bad to color their hair, to put heat on it, to do different things to it. But I think it's really getting to a point where you can do those type of things and it's not a huge loss or doesn't set you back really far back. So that's kind of my disclaimer I want to put out there. The color was done about a week ago. It was box color. It was just Garnier Nutrice. They have an intense red, and I'll put the picture up, but they have an intense red collection that goes from a light auburn, medium auburn to dark auburn, but it is specially formulated for dark hair. So I went with that. I actually went with the dark auburn, and I did take a risk. I took a risk because I had the blonde highlights, as you all know. I had the blonde highlights. So my mind tells me I'm going darker, so I should be safe, which is a safe thing to do. If you're going from a lighter color to a darker color, you won't suffer. There's not as much damage that can be done to your hair versus you taking it up notches to the point of some people bleaching their hair to get it to a lighter color, which I do not believe that my original color was bleach or anything. It may have been, but to be honest, I don't know. So my logic behind it was that I was going to a darker color, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to take my hair down. I wanted to do the red, the purplish red, which is, I happen to luck out and get what I wanted. But again, just, you definitely want to consult with a professional, definitely. I do not recommend doing what I did because I really took a risk and it worked out, but it was a risk. So as you can see, and my hair is still a little damp from me getting it set for these twists, but as you can see, what happened with the blonde highlights was the red, they got replaced by the red color. And then of course my other hair, which you can see in here, got darker. And everything really worked out the way that I wanted it to work out. I wanted to go red, but then when I saw Tracy Ellis Ross, you know, my sister, it's a family secret, but I guess you guys can know now, but yes, it's my sister. Anyway, when I saw her hair and she had dyed it red, I was like, oh my gosh. And then she said she did it herself. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I went to Ulta and I bought the color. I got the dark auburn. The thing about auburn that I like, and you also want to learn your colors, and I knew I didn't want anything that had an orangey appeal to it because I knew what that would do to the blonde. But I knew with the auburn that would probably take over the blonde, which is what it did. And it would give me the highlight effect because in essence what it did, it took my highlights, and because that hair was a little lighter, it made that more of a red, but then the rest of the hair has that red auburn appeal to it. And the thing about auburn that I like is it's got that purple undertone to it. So that's definitely something that I really, really liked. And it worked. It worked beautifully. The hair color, I will say, Garnier Nutrice makes an awesome, awesome product, because even with the red, there was nothing, my scalp looked just like this when I rinsed it out. So that's phenomenal. Like, I didn't have coloring around, around my hairline. It looked really clean when it was rinsed out. It looked really clean. Now, red is messy, so that's something you might want to take into account as well. Red is very messy, just like if you dye your hair black. Those colors are very messy. But the blonde did not bleed through. It gave me the red highlights that I wanted, so on and so forth. So it really did work out. My hair, now as far as hair changes, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, with color, you do get that, and I think this week my hair will be a little bit better. But especially when you put fresh color in your hair, you do get that kind of rough kind of feel into your hair. And I did notice that, which I expected that. So that was cool, And then I have a lot of things going on with my hair, with working out during the week and stuff like that. A lot, sweat and stuff going on. So, and it was just it was just a tricky time to color my hair, because my son got sick, I got sick, so I couldn't really tend to it at first like I really wanted to, like I am tonight with my hair for the next week. So yeah, I noticed a little roughness on it, but it's really soft, and it's freshly washed tonight, and so, but as you can see, and I got rid of my grays, which is phenomenal. I had a lot of grays going on right here on the side, and I didn't like that. So I got rid of my grays. So all in all, good experience with that product. I took a risk. I don't suggest you do the same, but it worked. And if you've never colored your hair before, that's when you can kind of trust what the box says it's going to do. If you have highlights, things like I had going on in my hair, that's when you might want to get some help with it. You might want to get a consultation with somebody, or talk to somebody that specializes in hair color, and they can kind of gauge what possibly might happen. But in the end, it's your baby, so it's definitely a risk to take. But like I said, I'm at the point now with my hair that I'm not saying I'm gonna get careless with my hair, but I'll experiment with my hair, and I don't, feel too bad about it, because I'm like, if I have to cut it all off again, then that's what I want to, that's what I'll do. I know what steps it takes to get it to this point. So that's why I definitely don't suggest it. I know it's hard to say, because I know I like to change. I'm a chameleon with my hair. I really like to change my hair color a lot. So, but really for the first 2 years of my hair, I really didn't do a lot of color to it. Didn't do a lot of heat to it or anything like that. So that's why I say caution. Really see if you're at where you want to be, if some damage happens, if you're okay with that. So hope you guys enjoyed the pictures. If you have any more questions, let me know as far as the hair color goes. But yeah, very good experience with that product, so I'll definitely be using it again in the future, because I'm definitely feeling this red. And then the pink nails and the red hair, and just the way the pink looks, and then it ended up matching. I didn't go in knowing this, but it matches my glasses. So I thought that was just cool. So really enjoying it. It's just a little sassy, sexy color. So I love it. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.